I'm going to show you how to paint this acrylic painting. If you don't have a complete acrylic painting setup, I highly recommend the Median Professional Artist Acrylic Painting Set with French easel. Includes everything you need to start painting in acrylic. Because of the special holiday promotion, this package is very affordable. The coupon in the description can help you even save more. Use the link to check it out. It's a stretch canvas 16 by 20. Disposal's palette pad. It's 9 by 12 inches. It's big enough. I'm going to use the paint coming from the package, coming with the very beautiful organizer. Different sizes, different shapes. Now I'm going to start, put the paints down over here. Maybe add a little black. Also come with acrylics medium. Just going to take the yellow and red, maybe a little blue. So make a little bit brownish color. That's just pretty good. Few movement. One is very easy, all about 1/3 from here, from the top. Like that. There is just a one direction over here. There's another one coming from here down, like this, and coming toward this stone. And there's another. I'm going to move this a little bit more because I like to have a little bit space over here. This is a very interesting. Like that. Here we go. Like that. So we need to move this down a little bit more. So this can come over here. Figure out the proportion. This is about the right place already. So just paint very loosely. Okay, don't get too fast. You want to open up your feeling. Okay, that's good. And then I have another shape over here. But think about the gap in between those. But let's come back to talk about the other directions in the painting. Okay, now I'm gonna keep going with this, and you see that's just under the water like that. It's a nice the rock all the way coming down over here, and the other direction. Can you see that from here? Okay, from this rock all the way coming down this direction. Can you see this rock under the water? It has to serve another direction coming this way. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit medium. And here as I getting more and more water into it. It's a great idea to have a little bit more over here. That's just good. That want to get a little bit thinner paint, making sure that use a little bit more medium. So it make it a lot easier to make the color thinner, easier to move, but at the same time, not getting too diluted. Okay, that's good. So there's another coming here, like that, this direction. You can see that direction over here all cross over under this side, and that has a couple rocks over here. Okay, so seeing those connections and create or maintain the rhythms in the painting. Okay, that's good. Like that. Here you go. And there's a rock coming up over here. There's also in the cast shadow. There's one. Here you go. Like that. So this is a rock over there. So right now it's just a little bit more kind of, looks like chaotic, but it's the rhythm is what is important, is serve as the skeleton in the painting. So I'm going to actually get a little bit black in here. That's good. Now you can see another movement from here and all the way come to the rock over here. Like that. So there's a one over here, and there is a horizontal coming over here. And if you extend this a little bit farther, can you see that from here all the way coming here a little bit farther, you come to this rock. And you can see the space in between this. Like that. So you can see the proportion of the rock, how big is it? So this is a little bit open. There's a little bit open. Okay, so we can have some details right over here. Okay, this is good. And you can see that the whole area here is pretty dark, except this is have a little bit light shape over here in this area. Like that. All right, this is good. I'm going to start from something a little bit bigger. I'm going to go with the number 3, the biggest flat brush. Here we go. Now I'm going to, maybe I'm just going to take the black. And think about it, get a little bit red in here. This is good. All right, I'm going to start it. I'm going to take a look at. Now you see that the colors become very dry, so take a little bit medium and definitely make it a lot easier to move. And get a little bit blue too. Okay, just here we go. Get a little bit easier to move. See that? A lot easier to move it this way. Okay, that's good. Another rock over here. Gonna get even a little bit black. Between the oil paintings and the acrylics, it's just a lot faster to drive as the acrylics. So I'm gonna paint a little bit faster. Take a little bit water with the medium. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna get a little bit blue, a little bit cooler over here. Okay, here you go. That's a little bit cooler. Get a little bit tiny more blue. Okay, here we go. And that's good. Here we go. A little bit more blue color over here. And it's the whole thing over here also in the catch the shadow. Okay, a little bit darker. Here you go, take a look at this rock. That's good. Okay, this is good. And this rock also have shadow side. I can use a little bit blue color, the shadow side right here. Here you go. And come on to this side. Keep it a little bit thinner. That's good. Now, in the middle over here, also I'm going to start also a little bit darker color. I'm going to come back here to divide it into smaller shape in a bit. Okay. Now I'm going to continue with some really dark color and the shadow over here. Okay, here you go. That's good. Look at the shadow. Beautiful. Have a little dry brush. That will be fine. And here you go. Some really, really deep color. Squint your eye so you can see that a little bit better. Yes, get the dark color first. Whenever you take more water, or maybe more than normal, and you always would get a little bit medium mix into it. Okay, it's good. Okay, see some dark color under the water. Okay, on this side too. Coming over here. That's good. I'm gonna have this a little bit darker too. And the top over here, even darker. That's good. There's a triangle right here. That's good. Get a little bit deeper. Over here I can divide the rock in the shadow. Okay. Okay, getting there. Can you see it, right? So this rock right in here. And when we paint watercolor, or say translucent watercolor, we try to protect the light. And with acrylics, we try to getting the deep color in first. Because the light color we always gonna apply on top of that, make it deeper. Here we go. Let's see the rock. Always start from something more abstract, something that is not about objects, it's about the rhythm, about the virtual order that you have in mind. Okay, pretty good. And take a look at over here, some smaller rock. Those smaller rock is considered, they are the noises. This is good. All right, now I'm gonna paint this area, making sure that it have the green color, right? I'm going to continue with this large brush. So now I'm going to take the yellow in here. So when you take the yellow in here, my brush still have some blue color. It immediately look like green. Also, you can take the yellow with the black, also become green as well. So let's take a look. That's good. Get a little bit water, make it thinner. Get a little bit more blue. See that? Now, that's good. Get a little bit more yellow. Here you go, continue. And have it right here. That's good. I'm gonna have more yellow in here. Okay, here you go, like that. Nice. And I have some little red. This is okay. I'm gonna have a little bit blue over here and the black as well. A little bit tiny water. A little bit thinner. Now I'm gonna have, yeah, you already have some red over here. So take a little bit tiny more red. I'm gonna have a little bit thin color on top of the rock. But this is gonna make it too dark. So I'm not gonna use white at this point because it will make it too opaque too early. Gonna put that here. And the whole thing in the water, it looks a little bit darker. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna have this green over here too. Just keep squinting your eye and keep looking for the connections. Okay, this is a little bit more yellow. And also keep that in mind, acrylics normally, after you dry, always look darker. Okay, it's good. Right in here. Like that. Nice. Now this is immediately look like a water already. Okay, see that? Very interesting. Okay, now I'm gonna continue over here to finish the overall shape in the water. I'm gonna have a little bit more orange color. So it's got a little red and yellow color. You can see that. That would be like this. And this probably a little bit dark, and the darker end of the same color. Yeah, and that's good. Don't automatically paint the same color throughout the entire area. That's just not going to be good. That's good. That. I see that is getting. It's still a little bit messy, but that's the way it's supposed to be. Okay, I'm not using the white. Instead, I'm going to use the water and the medium. Okay, keep going. The medium and the water. Now, I try to finish this step of covering the entire painting with color. And over here, have a little bit more blue. You can see that, a little bit more blue on the rock. Okay, you see that? That's all connected. All become. And also this rock have a little bit more brown this color. So I'm gonna have a little bit more red mixed into this. So even more red. So it feels a little bit more warmer, a little bit brown, like that. This is good. Right here. Okay, nice. And okay, now I'm going to come back here to have a little bit tiny more white into this. Now just put a little bit more light shape. Okay, that's good. And they may not the color we want, but that is the testing. I'm going to take a little bit yellow and the blue. And if you want to be darker, you also can have a little bit more red and even the black together, like over here, like that. This is good. And we're going to do the details of those water reflection a little bit later. This is good. Okay, that's nice over here too. Okay, have a little bit more yellow into here. Let's take a look. There's a little bit more the yellow, like that. Okay, that's good. Okay, a little bit yellow over here too. So if there's convenience, also set the color in. Okay, I'm gonna have a little bit texture like that. Some yellow. Here you go, a little bit tiny white. You can see that this can be a little bit more like some a little bit dry texture and showing the rock underneath. Getting there. Okay, over here too. And get a little bit yellow and tiny more red. Here you go, right here. That's good. You see that? That's not really that clear. Just gonna take a little bit white. Here you go, like that. Some dry brush. Okay, nice. Not too clear. Like that. A little bit more lighter. Right over here. See that? Just put the light color. That's good. And down over here. That's a little bit too much, so I can soften it. Okay, that's good. Like that. And then take a look at. Now the color the pink can be a little bit thicker and thicker as we go from here. I'm gonna give a little bit more white. You see the under the water is very interesting. You seeing that? Very interesting. Okay. Okay, that's good. Get a little bit lighter. A little bit lighter. But you don't want to make it look a little bit over light. There you go. Gonna have a little bit yellow onto this side. That's nice. Okay. Have the texture like that. Yeah, whenever you get a chance, going outdoor, the paint is going to be very good. Beautiful nature. Okay, that's good. Yeah, take a look over here. And you can get back to get a little bit more detail, texture in a bit. Get a little bit light. Take a look at here. And this is still underwater. See this? Nice. Just use the corner of this brush and some loose hair like that. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna get more into the details. Okay, now the time I'm gonna walk into up over here to set the mid-tone of the rack up over there. That's a little bit white mixed into that little bit blue, and almost like this will be the color, like a little bit more red. Okay, so otherwise it looks too much green. A little bit more blue. All right. A little bit more. A little bit more red again. This is good. Now I'm going to take a look at this color right here. Okay, that's good. Okay, and this also a little bit more of the light shape over here. While we are painting this area and the other area is getting dry, and we're going to see that whether or not we either come back to make more changes or increase their value or the contrast or their to create a better balance like that. That's good. Look at that. Could be a little bit more red if you want a little bit tiny more warmer. Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, take a look at this. Put this color here too. Okay, first get the little foundation color. So I'm gonna have this a little bit thinner, like getting on top of that. That's good. Now here too, I'm gonna have a little bit tiny brownish, so which is a little bit more red, yellow, and the red. And here you go. Look at that. That's good, right here. That's nice. Okay, the rock behind this is a little bit darker. Get a little bit more red. Like that. Nice. And also under the water, similar color. And here too. Nice. Now I'm gonna taking care of the rock over here. Okay, not the lightest color of that in the area. And just set the tone a little bit better. Okay, this is good. Yellow and red become brown. Get a little bit blue or the black. Okay, that's good. Like that. Nice. Nice. And over here, you can soften that a little bit, the texture. And actually that should be a little bit more tiny more blue, the blue and the black. So you have feel like, I love the texture that the acrylic can produce very nicely. Now I'm going to use this color coming back over here too. Now this is good. And a little bit more blue and the black. I can produce this color. It's very rich, the color over here too. Nice. Yeah, now we can define this a lot better. See that? That's coming up over here. Now this step is all about redefine the key element. A little bit tiny blue. And here too. And take a look on this side. There you go. Have a little bit darker color. It's seeing the shape. Seeing the whole shape. You see that there shape. How I see the connection of the shape. I'm going to have this flat brush, almost the same size. And I'm going to have this a little bit lighter, with a lighter tone. Get a little bit, after the pink dry very, very fast. I'm going to have this and two different color at the same time. For example, over here, I'm going to have that a little bit cool color coming this, and as well coming in over here. That's good. And now coming over here, now I'm gonna switch that, get a little bit dark color first. I'm gonna take a little bit the medium and get the black, very dark color. And here. Okay, here you go. Nice. Here we go. I'll come back to use a little bit lighter color so we can define it even better. Now, right now, it's good. Okay, here we go. Okay. Beautiful scene. And I'm gonna use the reference. I'm gonna paint a watercolor as well, as many members would love that. And acrylics would be a lot more flexible when you paint. You can take more time. You come back to do it again and again. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm going to continue, finish the darker color. So that's good. Okay, also going to have the dark color in here. Have a little bit blue, like that. And I'm going to use some darker color. I'm going to have the black again. Okay, here we go. Can we define the shape in the shadow? Okay, this is good. And now I'm going to use some lighter color and come back here to redefine the edges. That's important. And now I'm going to use just the white mix it into maybe a little bit warmer color, so which is a little bit more red, and the yellow, a little bit more tiny, like a yellow-orange color. So I'm gonna take a little bit more white. Now I don't need to be worried about that too thick. That's just the time to put some thick color in, but it's definitely just a little bit too much color. And now I'm gonna use less the orange, but just a little bit more white. Okay, I'm gonna mix this color come out over here. That's just good, like that. Now come back over here. This rock is very important, so I can have some dry brushes too. Okay, here you go. Okay, over here, I can let the pink layer underneath show through. Like that. That's good. Over here too. There's a little bit dimmer, so I can have a little bit more orange color. And with a little bit blue, it shows a little bit more like a brownish color. You see this color a little bit more. That's good. Now with the light and dark, we can create a better form. Okay, that's good. And a little bit color over here too. And maybe a little bit dimmer. A little bit more red with the yellow and blue, which just get a little bit more green color. That's good. Nice. Nice. You see that? Nice. Now come back over here. We can have a little bit more this color here, and as well as here, a little bit more brownish color. Now a little bit more red, and the green color. I'm gonna have that a little bit darker. That's good. Nice. I'm gonna have this here too. And before we add the color a little bit lighter, I'm gonna come back here, have a little bit lighter color. Now we define the edge, we separate these two rocks. Okay, here we go. Now it's good. As long as you have the patience, you can make as many changes as you want. That's good. That's good. I like that shape. Now come here. This is make it a little bit more like something in common, because the light coming from the same light source, which is the sun. So it should carry this similar temperature. That's good. We're gonna have this, make it consistent. That's good. All right. Continue on to this rock. Even though I say this is this rock, I want you to see as the color and value, not really see as a rock, because it's just a lot easier for you to focus what is doable, what is not doable. You cannot recreate the rocks, but you can recreate the shape and the color and the warm and light, right? As we all know that. Okay, a little bit cooler color on here. Like that too. Okay, that's good. You can see that some light coming through in the back over there. And now coming over here, see a little bit lighter. That's just good. I can have this a little bit lighter underneath. The rock over here, nice. And this create a feeling of the moving light. Now, here you go. And we're going to paint the color of the reflection. A little bit more like a brownish and red brownish. Okay, I'm going to have this. A little bit tiny more red. Yeah, and I see this. Beautiful. That. Here you go, some reflection. That's good. Nice. I'm going to have a little bit more greenish, but not really so bright. A little bit more yellow for the reflection. I'm going to get a little bit blue. Here you go. Like that. Get a little bit more white. Here you go. Like that's the reflection of that rock. Oh, that's just too much. Okay, here you go. Can always have the color a little bit dimmer. That's good. Here you go. Nice. And have a little bit lighter color up over there. That's good. That's good. Have a little bit lighter for this rock. Okay, that's good. Yeah, take a look at this rock, a little bit lighter here too. Like it's just moving like this. And something a little bit unclear, but it's clear enough to suggest what is there. That's good. It's that little by little, it would create a feeling. The feeling, this is what we look for, right? Okay, here you go. So a little bit warm color here. So think about warm and cool. I'm going to have a little bit more cool color. On this, I also have a little bit bluish gray and green, just the red color and the blue. And come together, we can see this. Let's just get the shadow over here. I'm going to come back with the bigger flat brush. And that's good. I'm going to take the blue again and yellow. I have the yellow over here. Now I'll come back here to have another consistent. I'm going to go through a lot of places. There you go. More texture. A little bit more yellow. There you go. And you can just use the corner of the brush. And this rock almost like not really showing as much. So you go, like that. Okay, let me know in the comment, what do you think about acrylic painting? And what would you like to see more? See me paint more with the acrylics. It's going to be fun, like that. I hope you enjoy it. And let me know. Keep me posted how you learn. And if you are using the community chat. Please post any comment. I will respond to you as soon as I see it, most likely immediately or within a minute or the same day. I can get back to you with the answer that you look for. Okay. Let's get a little bit more red over here at the bottom. This is good. And that, here you go. Over here, have a little bit red here too. A little bit more red. That's the red. And that's the red over here too. I'm going to have a little red over here too. That's good. I'm going to have glaze a little red over here. Nice. And the edge over here, a little bit red. That's good. All right. Now I'm going to come back here to work on. So use a medium brush. We work on some of their edges. For example, a little bit darker color over here. I'm going to use just more water, like very thin. Now I'm going to paint it right over here. Take a little bit white, mix in this brown color. Yeah, a little bit tiny more red too. So this is a little bit more gray. So I'm going to have that color here. Here you go, that's good. That's all right. Like that. The top over here a little bit softer. Down. Okay. I'm going to have over here too. Have a little bit softer in the shadow side. You see that? Beautiful texture. I'm going to have a little bit tiny blue and black. I can even have that even a little bit more darker. Okay, that's good. Down over here, have a little bit tiny more red. Okay, a little bit more red. Red with the black, even darker. You see that? This like this. That's good. Okay. A little bit more red over there. Maybe a little bit too much. I can soften that. But don't do that immediately, what I just did. Keep it a little bit longer. And then to see whether or not it fit in your impression. Okay, now I'm going to have a little bit more green, put a little bit more white. Now I'm just going to put this a little bit warm like this, and this, ooh, maybe a little bit too light. Get a little bit more red in here. Here we go, that like that. That's the water reflection. Okay, here you go. A little bit tiny darker. Here you go, like that. And that's a little bit, okay, here you go. That's good. A little bit lighter here. Okay, even lighter. So I'm going to have this color a little bit over here. And the texture is very important. The movement of the texture also important to describe what it is. Okay, like that is the reflection. It's a beautiful way to paint the water and the underwater with acrylics. Gonna get this color a little bit more in over here. Like that. Okay. Now I'm also going to get a little bit darker color. Now I'm going to get the darker color to refine. For example, I'm going to refine that, the shape over here. Refine that. Beautiful. Here too. That's good. Look for the connection. Look for the rhythm. Look for the shape, the line. That's good. Always analyze before you put the shape down. When you think about shape, it's very easy to compare. Okay. Continue with this. You see the dark color here, dark color over here, and having a dark color over here too. Pretty good. And this dark color coming through over here, and some smaller line. And I can have this dark color coming up over here. Give a little bit texture to create the feeling of the rock. This is good. Okay, getting there. And this whole area can be a little bit more blue, a little bit more. So I'm going to have a little bit more blue like that. Just put the color in, that make it feel like pretty interesting. I'm going to have a little bit lighter. Now I could a little bit texture like those. It could be a little bit more yellow, a little bit more red, a little bit more orange. Okay, okay, here you go. Like that. Just tap to the color in. Okay, they're very like random. Nice. A little bit lighter. It's somewhere here. A little bit lighter. That's good. And here we go. Some nice detail like that. Very good. And over here, I'm going to make the outside a little bit darker so we can make that feeling that the rock a little bit more in together like that, and make this a little bit darker, and make that rock behind it a little bit darker. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna cut this a little bit shorter. Not bad. I'm gonna have a little bit light, like a little bit warm light. Yellow, red, get a little bit more white. Here you go. Let's just get a little bit more light. Maybe not really so warm. Get a little bit blue into it. Get a little bit more. That's just good. That's just will be the color that showing this light shape. Like that. And here too, like this, coming down here. Make it feel like this is the another rock, right? This is good. Put that over here too. Okay, nice. Maybe a little bit too light, so give it a little bit dimmer, like that. A little bit more red and the blue. Here you go. A little bit darker. And here on the rock over here can be a little bit lighter. Here you go, like that. A little bit more tiny blue. It's very easy to change and very easy to rework again and again. That's the shadow shape. That's good. Okay, I think this is pretty good. If I give it a little bit more time, and I can make it even more detailed. That is based on how you feel about. Okay, I'm gonna have a little bit more, a little bit shape, a little detail like that. Okay, a little bit more shape, a little bit light shape like this. A little bit over here too. And you can make it feel more like that is just the underwater. I'm gonna have a little bit more like that. And I'd love to hear from you that how you feel about painting acrylics. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and share it with your friends. Come to visit us on Patreon to learn more about our Enjoying Art member benefits and the ad-free full member learning center. I'm looking forward to see you in our next video. Stay creative.